Alright, so I'm going to go through each problem in this study guide in the next few videos here. So this first video I'm going to try and get in all of the stuff in this learning target section here. So identifying, naming, and labeling points, lines, and planes, naming the intersection of points, lines, and planes, naming and labeling arrays and segments, and identify and differentiate between parallel and skew lines. So it takes us through about number 18. So that's going to be the first video. So name line N another way. Well, line N is right here. How many? It takes 2 letters to name a line. So any 2 points on that line, so that would be B and F. So line BF is another way of naming line N. That's the same as line FB. Doesn't really matter which way you go. Okay. Number 2, name a point collinear with B and C. Collinear means they lie on the same line. So B and C are on line Q. So I'm just wanting another point on line Q. So it could be A or D. So point A or point D. Number 3, name the intersection of AD and FE. So the intersection of 2 lines is a point. So let's look at AD. That's line Q. And FE, that's line T. So where do lines Q and T meet? They meet at point D. Name a ray that is opposite ray BD. Well, ray BD starts at B and goes towards D. So I'm on line Q, but I'm starting at B and going almost to the right. So to be an opposite ray, it has to start at the same spot. So it has to start at B and go the opposite way. So BA. And make sure the symbol is going to the right, and it's in that order, BA. It cannot be AB here. Name all labeled segments on Q. So line Q, all labeled segments. So that would be AB, BC, CD, but then you also have AC, you also have BD, and the last one is the whole thing, AD. Now I could flip all those, but they're not any different. So I could say BA, CB, DC, but you don't need to do that. Okay, number 6, name the intersection of EA and FD. So EA and FD. Okay, so that EA is not even a line that's drawn, but I could draw it, right? Where does that dotted line meet FD? Well, FD is line T. Where do those 2 lines meet? They meet at point E. Okay. 7 through 10, we're going to use the picture here at the bottom. Name plane P another way. Plane P is the one that's kind of going diagonal here. To name a plane, you need 3 non-collinear points. So A, B, and D is another way of naming that. It could be any combination of those letters. So DAB, BAD, BDA, they're all the same. Number 8, name the intersection of ABD and plane Q. So where do the 2 planes meet? Well, when 2 planes meet, they meet at a line. They meet at this line right here, and that line is AB. Okay. Are C, D, and A coplanar? Do they lie on the same plane? Explain. C, D, and A. C and A are on plane Q. D and A are on plane P. So you would think no. The answer is actually yes. And why? Any 3 non-collinear points form a plane. So that right there is key, non-collinear. So C, D, and A do not form a line. Therefore, they're non-collinear. So it meets that requirement. It's 3 points. So any 3 non-collinear points form a plane. The plane is not drawn, but they can be coplanar. Last question, are C and D collinear? Notice I'm saying collinear here. C and D, they're not even on the same plane, but they are collinear because any 2 points are collinear. I could draw the line, even if it's not drawn. Okay? 11 through 18, and then we'll be done with this first video. So name the top of the box. I'm going to call the top of the box here. So any 3 letters from the top, so G, H, L. And if you want to include the last one, M. Okay, so top of the box, there you go. Name the intersection of PNM and GKL. 3 letters is a plane and a plane, so 2 planes meet at a line. So I should have 2 letters here where they intersect. So PNM, some of you can look at it and see it. PNM is the front. GKL is the, well, maybe this is the front and that's the right. Okay? They meet at LP or PL. Now, if you don't see it, here's what you can do. PNM, what's the missing point? L. So I'm going to write PNML. GKL, what's the missing point? P. GKLP. What 2 letters do they have in common? We know it has to be 2 because 2 planes meet at a line. And there you see it's PL, which is what we have. Name the intersection of JPN and GK. Well, that's a plane and a line. There's no theorem or postulate that tells us how they meet. They could meet at a line. They could meet at a point. Let's look and see what happens. JPN, that's the bottom. The 4th point would be K. So J, P, N, K. And then GK is right here. So what letter or letters do they have in common? Well, it's just point K. Name the intersection of HJN and MN. Well, that's a plane and a line, so HJN. HJN is the back there of the box, so the missing point is M. HJNM. And then MN is along the back of the box, so they have NM in common. So the intersection is NM. Name all drawn lines parallel to LM. So LM is here. Parallel means they lie on the same plane. So PN and LM. So PN is one. But another one, LM and GH, are parallel. The plane that they lie on is the top. And then LM is also parallel to KJ. And you might be like, well, there's no plane there. But I could draw one. Right? I could draw the plane that goes kind of through the middle of the box. So KJ is the last one. There are 3 parallel lines to LM. Name all drawn lines skew to LM. So we're looking at LM still. Skew means they're not parallel, but they're also not intersecting. So LM, well, LP is intersecting, so it's not LP. MN is intersecting, so it's not MN. Can't be GL, can't be HM, because those are all intersecting. But GK is skew. It's not parallel, but it's also not intersecting. So same with HJ. Same with KP. And same with JN. Those are the 4 lines that are skew to LM. 17, name all lines, drawn lines parallel to GKP. Well, GKP is a plane. GKP is the front here. Anything parallel to the front would lie on the back. So all the lines that lie on the back are going to be parallel to the plane. So HJ, JN, MN, and HM are parallel to the plane. Last one for this video, name the 4th point in PHL. So P, H, and L. So the 4th point, well, I see that P and L are connected. So what's connected to H in that same fashion? J. See how J is connected? And that's going to be a plane that goes kind of through the middle. So point J. That's the end of video 1.